You know, maybe I've gone deep enough, but I come out of that experience and I'm feeling lighter, I'm feeling freer, I'm feeling more connected with myself. And there are changes in my life that are tangible, and I really see that, you know. So as the days and weeks go by, I'm noticing that I'm more joyful, I'm more available, I'm just feeling more of myself, I'm feeling more connected. And yet I'm still knowing that I'm not completely free. I know that I can still feel, or there's some places I'm not all the way allowing myself to express myself, or I can still feel where when I'm around my father, where I don't allow myself to just say what I want to say or express myself freely. So I know there's still more to do. So I don't have to worry about it. Life will do what life does, you know. So the next opportunity that comes, and the next time that I get triggered and I have a reaction, a very strong reaction, rather than focusing on the person that's caused me to, to feel a reaction, I'm knowing that, here's another opportunity, okay? So let's say that, my husband now, he's, now something's happened and now he's gotten involved with somebody else. Okay, so now we really have a reason to, to really feel angry and to feel hurt and, to feel victimized and how could he do that to me? And, it's like we can get lost and caught in all of that trauma and drama, and we will, but then at some point we have to remember and recognize, co-creation. I am the creator of my reality, even to the point that my husband is, got involved and had an affair, and now I'm, it's like, okay, I am, it's like I feel so betrayed, how can I ever forgive him? Well, if I stay locked on to him and what he has done, once again, I can never fully access and drop in and find what I'm looking for. But the situations, the triggers get stronger and bigger, so that we feel more intensity, so that we will finally unravel all of this. We get lost in the traumas and the dramas, and then they have to get bigger and bigger until we hit the wall, to the point to where it's like, okay, I got it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to face what's inside of here. If I don't, I'm going to have a heart attack or a stroke, or I'm going to develop cancer, or something's going to happen, where I'm either going to face myself or not make it. So yes, what he's done is totally inappropriate. It's the worst that he could possibly do. And yes, that has to be dealt with at that level of consciousness and relationship. And at the same time, for me as a spiritual being, evolving and understanding that what I really want to wake up to is who I am and my own connection to myself, and to realize that I am pure awareness itself, and I am God itself, and I am the creator of my reality, then I'm going to use this trigger to find my way in and unravel this so that I can live and be the fullest expression of myself, okay? So now I'm really in pain. Now I've got rage and anger, and once again, I'm going to blame, but ultimately I have to stop the blame and feel the feelings within. Anger is a feeling that lives within. It's just a pure energy. It isn't attached to anything or anyone. It's a sensation and a feeling that resides in the body, that when we feel it, it comes out of the body. It's like it unravels, it changes color, it changes density, and it literally flows from the body. Same thing with feelings of grief and loneliness and separation and rejection and betrayal and all of that. They're feelings, they're energy, and once we start moving them and staying with them, they literally unwind. So now I've got many, many feelings attached to this experience that have caused me so much pain. So now I'm letting myself go there. I am letting go. I am dropping in. I am having these feelings all the way, but I am letting go of the trigger, okay? So once I'm in a feeling state, once I'm feeling this sense of absolute betrayal, the absolute betrayal, that's a sensation and a feeling in the body that's very intense and very strong, but I drop in and allow myself just to feel that feeling. That's all I'm doing. I'm dropping and feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. I'm staying inside of my body. I'm staying conscious and present. I'm dropping the mind thoughts. I'm letting go of everything. The only thing I'm aware of is what this is feeling like inside of me. And I go through it. I drop in, and it's painful. And I might be rolled up in a ball in a fetal position, just crying, sobbing, but it's like there's an energy moving. I'm staying with the sensations and with the feelings. And every time I drop in and keep going, other memories begin to show up, and I have other memories, and pretty soon even memories really far back begin to emerge, and I stay with it. I keep going. I keep allowing myself to unravel this and feel this, and keeping in mind that it's all about the pure feeling, the authentic feeling that's inside of me. Remember, it's already inside of me, otherwise I wouldn't have a reaction. I wouldn't be lit up. And I'm unraveling the past. So I keep going, I keep dropping in, and maybe it takes several different times of this whole experience, this betrayal, for me to keep going, So maybe it takes 6 months for me to keep clearing and feeling this, and I'll keep attaching to my partner and blaming out there, but then ultimately I keep coming back, I keep unraveling, and pretty soon I'm having connections with feelings with my mother and my father, and maybe memories of my father spanking me or leaving me, or maybe I got lost somewhere and I thought he left me behind. So that energy is like those memories come out, the pain of that feeling, I'm unraveling it by feeling it. That's no longer attached to what's happening with my husband. It's now attached to what was happening with my father. So I'm allowing that energy to unravel. And I keep going, it's like I keep going. And pretty soon, another opportunity comes. I'm feeling more betrayal, or I'm just feeling this deep, deep, deep core aloneness. And so I just keep going into that feeling. Once again, it's dropping the mind. We have to drop the mind, drop into the feeling. And it's not like I have to be jumping up and all over the place, screaming and yelling. It's not about that. It's really about coming into authentic feeling. And as I keep coming in, maybe I start to go all the way back into infancy and feeling alone in my crib, crying and crying and crying, and feeling afraid and feeling terrified and feeling separated. And I'm letting my body unravel that energy and that feeling, and it's literally coming out because I'm staying with it and unraveling it, and it's coming out. It's moving through my body. It's unwinding. The unconsciousness is unwinding. All that dense black energy that's been compacted down is literally unraveling and unwinding. And then, it's like take a break, whatever I need to do. Maybe it's a few days later, maybe it's a week later. It's like these big experiences happen so that I can remember who I am, so that I can clear whatever's in the way of me being who I am and my expression. So then now I'm going all the way back. It's like now I'm in another experience and I'm feeling terrified. Absolute terror. Terror is really a difficult one to move through, but we can do it. It's once again, it's always the same. It's really about softening, surrendering, allowing the energy to move, letting the energy move up through us, and without trying to stop it or block it, allowing. And if we have to, let the sounds come out, whatever we need to do to let the energy move without constricting it or inhibiting it. So now I'm going through that feeling of, I have a memory all the way back in that room. It's dark, and I'm screaming, and I'm terrified, and I'm crying, and nobody's coming, and I'm feeling completely alone. There must be something wrong with me. I'm so unloved. And so the energy is just like I'm unraveling that. It's like unwinding and coming out of my body. And maybe there's several experiences of that. And ultimately, perhaps for me as an individual, maybe it all goes back into the womb. Maybe there was something happening where mom didn't want me and I felt like I was going to die. Okay? So it's like going through it. Whatever it is that we need to go through is going to be triggered and activated through our experience in our everyday living and just being in life, with our relationships with our partners, with our relationships with our children, with our loved ones. There's always an opportunity. With our parents, doesn't matter. There's always the opportunity. The key is to keep unraveling until ultimately we have cleared the way so that we begin to really feel and express who we are. It's like this sense of freedom. There's a sense of there's nothing to do, there's no one to be. I am. I am. And ultimately, through the unraveling and using our experiences in life, using our relationships, using people that we are involved with, ultimately, they are the gift to help us reconnect with the love that we are, the essence that we are, the light that we are. And once that happens, it doesn't mean that things will never happen again, because life will happen. I mean, that's part of being in the world. Life goes on, and people die, and people get sick, and people go away, and we go away, and we change careers, and we move, and we do things all the time that create experiences where we're being in life and having reactions. And yet, what happens is, when we're really in the sense of our own self, when we're in our connection with ourselves, when something does happen, emotions come, but we stay open to the love that's inside no matter what. We keep loving no matter what. And we let the energy move through us, and by letting it move through us, we don't block the energy flow, and we don't stop ourselves from feeling our own connection. By feeling whatever's happening currently, we continue to unravel it and let it go. The key is to stay connected to the sensation and feeling of love, okay? So even when someone we love passes over, dies, passes over, there's a loss, there's a feeling of loss. Even though we can understand and know that they're a divine spirit, and yes, they're going to live, they're there forever, and we'll see them, on the other side in consciousness, it's still, as a human being, we still have feelings of connections to one another, and that loss is very painful. So if we keep our hearts open and we keep loving no matter what, but we also let the pain pass through us. We let it pass through us and feel the depths of it. We feel the depths of the loss. We feel the separation. We feel whatever is there, and we let it move. And in letting it move, then we continue to ensure that we're going to keep our heart open, and we will stay connected to the field, the energy of love, that universal field of love. It's like the thing that we are all connected to, the oneness, the pure awareness that we all are. It allows that to continue to flow through us, and we continue to keep our heart open. We stop closing down. And when our hearts are open, we are harmless. We have compassion. We are connected. We are no longer separate from everyone. We are connected to everyone. And we don't see ourselves as more than or less than. We are equal in all beings. And it doesn't matter if it's the bum on the street who's homeless or the most wealthiest person on the planet. We are connected, and we don't feel a sense of separation or a sense of lack. We feel our sense of love and compassion. So the journey of doing our inner work is recognizing that we will get triggered, use the triggers to find the self, to do the unraveling, and to keep surrendering, knowing it's a journey. It takes time and it takes practice, and the rewards are great. It's like the ability to be oneself is the greatest freedom possible. I mean, that's what we're all looking for. And it's like we're all going to the same place, we all want the same thing, and we're all on the same side. And as long as we're blocked, then we feel like we're completely separate from all of humanity. And we are not, but it feels that way. So the rewards of doing our inner work allows us to let our love flow and our light shine, and then we can feel the connection to all of humanity. And remember that as we heal in here, as we connect inside, it affects everyone in the world. It's like a rippling effect. Whatever we do within ourselves changes our reality, but it also affects everyone. It ripples through life. It ripples through eternity. It's like it's an energy that echoes through time and space and never ends and continues to keep flowing. So everything we do within ourselves makes a difference in the entire world. We affect everyone by waking up and bringing light and consciousness and love within ourselves. It is affected and touches everyone's lives. And the next section will be an actual guided experience of doing one's inner work.